Revolution. Welcome to Techno Revolution. Revolution.
At the top of the interface, we have the title Ticket Booking System displayed prominently. The layout is clean and user-friendly, making it easy to navigate. On the right side, we have three checkboxes representing different events: Theater, Ibong Adarna; Concert, Bini; Movie, Inside Out 2. Users can select any of these checkboxes to view the seating plan for the chosen event. The main part of the interface displays the seating plan. The seating plan is represented in a table format showing the price of seats for different sections. By default, the Bini Concert seating plan is displayed when the system is launched. Below the seating plan, there is a Buy Tickets button. This button initiates the ticket purchasing process, guiding users to select the number of tickets they wish to buy.
So now this is the part of the movie that initializes a panel with a table displaying available seats. So it where each seat status can be either available or seen occupied. The user can select a seat and click the pick seat button to confirm their choice. So if the selected seat is available, a confirmation dialog appears. Um, Then, upon confirmation, the seat's status updates to occupied, the total amount of increment by the seat's price, and the number of remaining tickets decreases. So, if all tickets are selected, a payment window opens. Additionally, if the payment window closes with a total amount of zero, it indicates the successful payment or cancellation. So the movie seat selected window closes and any changes to the seat statuses are retained. So the application also ensures that the user cannot select already occupied seats, prompting them to choose another seat. And that is the purpose of its code.
So transactions. Whenever you buy a ticket, it will be stored in a transaction page just like this. For example, if I want to buy a ticket to a Beanie concert, one ticket, that's it. I will pay 2,000 and then change of 300. When we go to the transactions button and go to the transaction page, it records the event, the number of tickets, the amount of the ticket, which is 700, uh, what the amount of my payment, which is 2,000, the change 300.
Okay, so the payment class here. The payment class employs the use of JTEX field, and the user will have to enter the payment amount. Whereas JButton here, the JButton is used to perform an action once the field has been filled. In the action listener here, in the action listener, the input string is converted into an integer here. Okay, this whole code. Yes. The input is string converted into an integer and check with the amount required to be entered. Main total amount. Depending on the validity of the input and the functionality of this GUI, the user is presented with the appropriate message using J option pane. Okay, here. So the class also includes the J level for showing the amount due, and it sets the properties of frame, namely size, layout, and default operation of the frame. So here, the dispose method is used to kill the window after payment has been processed by the payment gateway.
So, Dangal greetings everyone. My name is Joshua Russell R. Pamintuan. This code is related about count available seats. This code counts the number of available seats in a 5 times grid. It starts with 25 seats available, then it looks at each seat in the grid. If a seat is marked as occupied, it subtracts 1 from the available seats count. Finally, it gives you the total count of available seats. Thank you.
The above code defines a class concept that extends JFrame to create a graphical user interface for selecting concert seats. The GUI includes a table that displays the available seats, which is each cell representing a seat's status. The table is populated using a default model that copies data from main.model concert. User can select a seat by clicking on a cell, then pressing the Pick Seat button. If the selected seat is not already occupied, a confirmation dialog appears. Upon confirmation that the seat's status is updated to occupied, the ticket's price is added to the total amount, and the number of available tickets is decremented. If all tickets are sold, payment window is opened. A window listener ensures that the main window updates its seats model and closes properly when the payment window is closed, provided no payment was made. Additionally, if an occupied seat is selected, an error message prompts the user to choose a different seat. The layout and components of the GUI are managed within a JPanel, and the main frame is set to close on disposal and center on the screen.
Right, so Dangal greetings and a blessed day to everyone. I am Mark Justin Alzona, and then I'm going to explain to you the code or the source code behind the theater frame. So what do we have here? In our selection or in our frame or design view, we have here just a few, we have here the label which describe the theater seat selection, and then we have here the J table that shows row and column of the user input, and now we have here the cancel button and the pick seat. Right, so for the source code, starting with the beginning, we have here the imports that is responsible for our code, and then the initialization or declaration of what do we have here, the variables that we will be implementing or used in this whole program. Now this one is the main frame or the frame of this theater frame. So this is the description of it, and also we have here the JFrame dispose on close, so that when we click or when the user click the exit operation, the whole or the entire frame will not be closed, just the the theater frame. And then moreover, we have here the table for the temporary model, and we have here the method which is cell editable in order to avoid the user to edit the table. So we have here the initial value of the height, and then the first part is the J button pick seat. So the J button pick seat has the function of identifying what is the row and column which the user selected. And now if the user or if the user selection is not occupied, so there will be a J option pane to show a confirm dialog to the user in order to ask them to confirm their selected seat. And then if they have confirmed it, then they will proceed to the payment. Right. So moreover, if the seat is occupied, there will be also a J option pane to show to the user that the seat that they have selected is already occupied, and they are advised to pick another seat. And now for the last part is the J button cancel, or the button cancel. So this has only one method operation, which is to dispose, meaning the theater frame will be closed. So this part is the set icon to provide our background from our local drive, but in Replit we have that in the source file of our project. So the last part is to set the panel into the center of the window. So that's all.
This code defines a method called copy data that replicates a table represented by a default table model object. It achieves this by creating a new empty table, copy model. Then it iterates through the original table, analyzing the number of columns and rows. For each row, it creates a new array called row data to temporarily store the row data. Then loops through each column in the row and retrieving the value from the original table and replacing it in the corresponding position of the row data. Finally, after accumulating the all column values from original row, the copy data methods add this complete row to the new table. By systematically copying data in this manner, the method essentially creates a duplicate table with the same structure and content as the original table. Thank you.
Greetings, I am Mark Yesel Alcantara, and now we're diving into the part of our program, which is the number of tickets class, which allows the user to enter the number of tickets they want to purchase. So we'll break it down step by step. So first things first, we have our class declaration and some instance variables. Our class number of tickets extends JFrame, which means it's a window in our application. So we have three main parts here: the class itself, a unique identifier called Serversion UID, and two components: content pane, which will hold all our elements, and text field, where users will type the number of tickets. Next up, let's look at the constructor. This is where we set up our window. Here, we set the close operation to dispose of the window when closed. We set the title to enter number of tickets and define its size and its position also. Then we create a new JPanel for the content and add border to it. Now we add our components to the content pane and set the layout to null for absolute positioning. This means we can manually place each element exactly where we want it. And then we also we add our text field and a label to prompt the user. We set the position and size of these components using the setBounds method, then add them to the content pane. Finally, we have two buttons, enter and cancel. So let's see how they work. When we when we click the enter button, we get the number of tickets from the text field and check if it's a valid integer. If it's not, we show an error message. If it is, we check if the number of ticket is available. And then if it is, we proceed. If not, we prompt the user to enter a smaller number. and the cancel button simply closes the window.
Techno Revolution.